Hey everyone, this is J-Dog and I'm here with another video. Now we've been hearing about what's going on with the so-called increase of anti-Asian attacks. You got the lamestream media wanting to blame this on black people, especially the fact that there has been stories about how Asians, well, racist Asians, not all Asians, but the racist ones in particular, have been attacking black people, and particularly black women, at nail shops, and also they have attacked black men and other racist matters like the Airbnb, how that racist Asian woman was harassing those black brothers. We hear about the nail salons and where black women are attacked by racist Asians, men and women. But then the lamestream media wants to make it look like that these increasing anti-Asian hate crimes are being caused by black people. Now there are Asians who are calling out the BS and are saying that black people are not the face of anti-Asian hate. And they even acknowledged that it was black people who actually helped Asians for years more than other people. So we're going to talk about two individuals. Now, Tariq Nasheed tweeted a video from one of the individuals. This woman, I believe, is a YouTuber. I forgot what her name is in her YouTube channel, but he managed to get a clip from a video exposing the hypocrisy of her own community. This is just one of the individuals. So we're going to play this video from her. So even some Asians believe that this is BS and that she's calling out her own community for the blatant racism against black people and the hypocrisy of the lamestream media and stuff like that. So here it is.
Asian Americans have weaponized our proximity to whiteness in order to murder black people. George Floyd and LaTosha Harlins should be here today, but they aren't because of our individual actions and our collective inaction. We can't just blame white people for pitting us against each other either, because the fact of the matter is that Asian cultures have a huge colorism problem and a huge problem with black people.
All right. She said it. Remember, this is from her. This is from her. This is not from me. I'm getting the source from her. She's exposing colorism within the Asian community. Yeah, because there's actually a colorism. You think black people are the only victims of colorism? No, the Asian community is also another victim. You see, when white people, when they wanted the Asians to go against darker people, in particular, or black people, you notice that the white races favor the Chinese, Koreans, and the Japanese more than they favor the Philippines, the Taiwans, and even the Indians. The reason why is because white people will cling to anyone or favor any minority group or non-white group that skin is lighter, which is exactly within the Asian community when it comes to colorism. It's usually the Japanese, Chinese, and Koreans that white races favor because of their lighter skin complexion and because they have bigger economies compared to the Philippines, the people from Thailand or Burma, some of these poor Asian countries, or the Indians because they have darker skin. The only reason why the white races would favor India is only because of their economy and their increased military power, because they don't want to go against them, because they'll be forced to go against them if they didn't favor them. They'll favor Indians over black people. And yes, it was the white community that was heavily responsible for why the Asian and our community, the black community, have been against each other. I mean, I have like I said, I don't go against. I'm not anti-Asian. I have friends who are Asian. I'm not this anti, but I'm against the racist Asians, and I'm against when Asians, as a collective, attack my people, black people. That's the thing. And even she is against what her community is doing towards black people. Because she talks about that we can't just blame that only white people. Just like we can't just blame other black people for the self-hate. Yes, it also has to do with the self-responsibility of the Asian community. They decided to go along with the whole myth of the model minority, or the fact that they're better than black people. They decided to go along with it, and they attacked black people even without the orders of white people. So yeah, she even, like I said, she even exposed that, yeah, we can't just only blame white people. It's the same as we can't blame some of these all white people for every action that black people has done that has been a detriment to the community. Sometimes it's the self-hate people. But we're talking about the Asians here. And she's not the only one. I think Town Business was talking to some Asian people, including one in a comment section in one of his videos, that they told him that, no, black people are not going around attacking Asians in high rates. And the same goes with another woman. Alright. So I'm going to bring up another woman who's also exposed the hypocrisy of the lamestream media and the racist Asians. The Asians within her community that are racist towards black people. So there's this another woman on TikTok who's also exposing the community, her own community, of the blatant racism against black people and the lamestream media and the white racists trying to pin our two communities against each other. All right, here it is.
I'm done with you Asians who think having a race war with the black community is in our favor. No fucking is not. And y'all always want to bring up black people attacking Asians during the post-COVID era, which has happened a few times, but guess what, bitch? There are going to be bad people in every race. Remember, anti-Asianism is always rooted in white supremacy, but a person of any race can be influenced by white supremacy. So those black people that attacked us were subscribing to the white supremacist narrative that Asians caused COVID. And if you blame black people as a whole for the anti-Asian hate crime, you're subscribing to the white supremacist narrative that black people are inherently aggressive. And y'all Asians who are like, why aren't black people standing with us? Bitch, be grateful because they've always stood with us. Frederick Douglass in 1882 made the time to openly denounce the Chinese Exclusion Act while the black community was going through so much, such as rape and lynchings against them. They worked hand in hand with us to free the Japanese people in the internment camps in 1942, and we directly benefited from black-led civil rights movements every single time. So stop blaming and demanding things from them, and unlearn your anti-blackness first. I'm done with you Asians who think having a race
Alright, this is and what she said is true. One thing she did forget to mention is the economic base of their businesses. Black people also benefit. Asians benefited most of their economic base off of black people buying the products. When Asian, Chinese martial arts films was coming into America, or even the start of Japanese anime, it was black people that watched these programs and stuff like that first before other communities, because at first the white racists did not want their entertainment being aired. That's why they went after people like Bruce Lee and stuff like that. They didn't want anime here because they would prefer more patriotic towards American cartoons like Tom and Jerry and the Looney Tunes and stuff like that, and Disney. Now, as for the video, she pointed out that, yes, when when it came to the Civil Rights Act, we weren't just fighting only for black people. We were fighting for other communities that the white racists were attacking, because we understand the racism of the white community. She also pointed out that, a war between Asians and blacks would really only benefit the white racists. The white racists could choose which group they could favor to destroy the other group, but at the end of the day, it will be white people. Because what the white racists truly fear is if our communities never fought each other, and especially with the fact that the Asian community's economy is growing faster, as you know, not just here in America, but overseas, and particularly in countries like China and Japan. They together can actually, matter of fact, already China's economy is bigger than the United States. Asians' economy is growing, and that's not to mention their military power over in China is growing. And the white European nations and America don't want to fight that, because then white supremacy would have to fight the Asians. The white supremacists could probably lose. They could lose even worse if Asians decide to get the black people to help them. That's why the white people create the minority system to pin the Asians against the black community. But like I said, Asians are also to blame because they decided to go along. And the other girl and this girl pointed it out that the reason why the attacks are increasing in Asia on the Asian people, or why Asians are attacking black people, is because of what the white supremacists were doing. I just mentioned China early. Now, I have my issues with China, especially what happened to those Africans over there, and not to mention their colonization of Africa. But you have to give it that even they, over in China, is pointing out the racism in Africa. There was a conference in Alaska where China exposed the United States racism towards black people. Why? Because the USA here wanted to expose the corruption that led to some genocide over in some Yunnan or South Korea, not South Korea, Hong Kong and stuff like that. And they're all, and also America is not happy with them going into Africa either, because USA fears that if China keeps bigger influence in Africa and the Caribbean, China might even try to push out the United States out of Africa, because the USA depends on resources from Africa as well. China was like, hey, you can't talk about what our business is in Africa or what's going on in Hong Kong or Yunnan or whatever. You need to focus on what's going on in your own country too. This is what China is saying to America. China is exposing the anti-black racism here. And like I said, China ain't no saint. They've done some racist stuff towards black people too. But you see, the USA USA has this history of going after other nations for genocides. And they even gone after European nations for genocides and stuff like that. And human rights stuff. When the USA is one of the biggest nations known for violating human rights and stuff like that. And China, and now as you notice over the years, other nations like Iran and China are now exposing globally USA's racism. Every time now USA brings up human rights violations of other nations, some of those other nations are calling out the USA over the racism here. So, yeah, and I found this out. There's also a video of that conference. Notice the mainstream media is not talking about that conference in Alaska or this tweet, because that's going to expose them. But yeah, so yeah, even some Asians know that there's racism going on against black people in their from their community and stuff like that. And then the media, the white Rand media, is lying that they're trying to pin the Asian and black communities even further against each other and stuff like that. So yeah, there's some Asians that are even exposing the hypocrisies. But I just wanted to bring those two videos and this tweet about a video in Alaska. But that's all I have to say about this situation. I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. About what we just saw and what I just talked about. Leave a comment in the comment section. Remember, if you have not texted the community number, I will put it also in the description box, the comment section, for you to text, so you can be part of my community membership that can help you, so I can message y'all videos if you're having a hard time getting notifications and stuff like that. And also follow my other accounts, follow YouTube, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Black Junction. I'll leave a link to my different accounts and etc. in the description box and comment section for you to follow me on. But that's all I have to say for now. This is J Dog. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.